I said, well, you know what? Give me your address. Well, you know, I stay out here in front of the store. So where we about to chill? We about to Deli Martin chill?
Bed. Love.
Bed.
Bed.
Love.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Bed. Love. Beyond. Bed. Love. Beyond.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love like us. Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and Google Play Music. Please rate, review, like, and subscribe to us on any of the devices that you listen to. And yes, once again, I've done the whole intro by myself because Jen's not here. She was feeling sick, so she couldn't do this podcast right now, but it's okay. Feel better, Jen. We love you. And today's episode is episode 68, Dating After Divorcing, a year later. And when I say a year later, it actually is, I guess, a sequel to episode 21, Being Divorced, A Journey from Broken to Breaking Free. And that was with our guest, Jenica, who is here again today to discuss what has been going on after her divorce. And it's crazy because we that episode 21 happened on May 12th, 2016. So it really is cool that she is back to do this for like pretty much a little bit after a year later, just to see what's going on. So Jenica, what is up? What's going on with you?
A lot, actually. Hey, thank you. Glad to be here, But a lot is happening. Let's see, in no particular possible order, because in my life, nothing is in any sort of order. It's so random. But let's see, in no particular order, I have still continued modeling, still continued motivating my plushy ones and those supporters.
That's good. Yes, because we did have you. I mean, it's been a year since we have this conversation, but you were last here on episode 52, which happened in December, so 6 months ago. So we haven't left you completely out of the out of the water. And then we were talking about, exactly, like being large and in charge. What's the skinny on the plus size market? And that's when you were telling us that you were in modeling and doing all these great things and being in all these contests. So please tell us what has been going on in that venture.
Well, a lot of great things. The most recent is I am a delegate for Miss Full Figured New York pageant that is going to be having in December.
Yes.
So I am definitely looking forward to that.
Sweet.
In between all that, I did have a really bad car accident,
Ooh.
which, you were, party of, you do know about. But yeah, it was crazy. It's been a crazy life. But life after divorce. Life after divorce is
let's get to the life after the divorce, and then we'll get to the actual dating after the divorce, because that is a big thing. A lot of people are really jaded, or they're like, forget it, I don't want love anymore, or is there even love? I don't even understand. So they're very jaded after divorce, and they don't want to put their big toe into the pool, either ever or not for a very long time. Right. But we'll definitely get into that. But so how is life after divorce? How's that?
Life after divorce is interesting. It's crazy. It's wild. It's fun. Yeah. It's scary. It's changed. It's a lot, but I am happier, and I'm happier every day. So it's not just I'm just great now and life is perfect. No, every day is a change. Every day is a transition. Every day is a growth. I learn something new about myself, things I don't like, things I do like, things I'm learning to like, and
things that you won't tolerate,
things I won't tolerate, and it's been interesting. And I definitely understand what you mean about people being jaded. I really came out of divorce with a idea of, I'm never getting married again. I'll never get married. And then in the lifeline of dating, you tend to meet people who give you the hope that maybe one day you'll get married again. So it's like, I try very, very hard, and I'm not going to say I succeed all the time, but I try very hard to not have a bad like impression of everybody all the time.
Right.
You know,
because that's people are very susceptible to that. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, like like you ain't gonna do this or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I have learned to do is learn the red flags.
Okay.
And understand the red flags.
Yeah.
And listen to the red flags and see the red flags.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, what that means is basically like, you know, we all see things in the beginning of stages of a relationship, of dating and all that stuff. And we ignore it because we've been through divorce. We've been through 6 or 7 relationships that hasn't worked out. And this person broke our heart. This person lied. This person cheated or whatever it be.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you're like, oh, well, you know, all right, even though you set yourself up where, you know what, you got to spend some time by yourself, which is what I did.
Right.
I definitely encourage everybody to do it. I spent 6 months. It could be longer for anybody. It could be shorter. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I spent 6 months just by myself in solitude.
To get back to center.
I just recentered.
Yeah.
A lot happened. I went through divorce. I, you know, lost 2 babies. In between that, so a lot of things happened where I just said, you know what, I need to sit down and kind of take back my own self identity.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, wait a second. And in credit to you, you had actually posted something on Facebook one day. It, obviously, you don't.
I'm scared.
Yeah. No, it was just about like who you were, and I wish I had probably saved it somewhere, but
Okay.
it was just like, you know, remember, like finding out who you are and things like that. And I remember a friend of mine, Azim, he actually told me a long time ago. He asked me a question about what do you like and what are things that you like, and I couldn't even answer him. So, you know, but things like that.
In
so
terms of what? Like what?
Just as
like,
far
what do you
as
like?
like, you know, what do you like to do on a regular day?
Oh,
you know,
okay.
and you don't think about it because you don't really think about it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like you don't realize, wait, I don't know what I like to do on a day I would do nothing.
Right, yeah.
If I had a day to do nothing, what would I do?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't have a day to do nothing.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, so things like that, I just kind of got back to myself and started getting out there and dating and trying to kind of figure out life.
Absolutely.
But it's kind of been scary. It's been crazy. And I've learned, like I said, red flags where we just kind of say, oh, I'm just going to ignore that because, you know, I've been lonely for so long.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even though I set all these standards for myself, like, no, he has to have a job and he has to have a car because these are things I'm bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Then, well, you know, he really don't got a job and he live with his mama and he got 4 baby mamas, but it's okay because he real cute. You know, like I've learned to stop, you know, cutting myself short and saying, but. Like,
right.
no, you know what? If this is something that I need to stop and move forward because it's not entertaining me, it's not making me happy, it's not filling me, it's not giving me growth, then I need to move on.
Okay. Which is cool because on our last podcast, Jennifer and I, we were talking about the topic was falling in love with potential, cultivate or cut it off. So we had a very spirited discussion about that because I mean she was like, you know, oh no, don't fall in love with potential. And it's not that I didn't agree with her, but when I was doing the research, there was nobody to give me the devil's advocate approach about that thing. But for me, I was left for because I didn't have potential, whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, that's all I had, I should say. So I was trying to defend that cause, even though I do hear that. I don't discredit people for leaving, but I mean, it was a heated discussion. So
like I have the potential to be, so that's what you should see.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm over here poetry.
I know, right? So I posed the question to you. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about falling for potential? Should you wait or be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna find somebody established or whatever.
I think you've come to the right person because I am the biggest person for being devil's advocate for everything in life. But I think you should fall in like with potential.
Ooh.
I don't think that you should fall in love with potential, but I don't think that you should shun it away because there's a lot of good people out there who, just like you, just like me, who may have been hurt, who step in it with one toe, then two. So they have the potential to be something great if you pull it out of them and show them that, you know what? I'm not here to hurt you. I've been hurt like you, or I'm trying to grow with you. So you can start liking the fact that, you know what, this person has the potential to be good, but I'm not sure yet. So fall in like with them and give yourself time to grow.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I absolutely understand what you're saying. But what about the sense of, like, let's say, just like you were saying before, let's say security wise, like financial or like business wise, you know, just like you said, like, yeah, he has a job, or he's waiting, like Jennifer said, yeah, he's waiting for this union job, but what is he doing right now?
Exactly.
You know,
and that's a big thing too. It's like, you know, I've been dating, you know, and that's a big thing for me right now, because I've never actually dated. I've been a serial monogamous.
Right. Yeah.
And something like that, where I actually met a guy who was like, no, but wait a minute while I get this together, and but give me a minute while I, you know, but I had to look beyond that. Okay, if he had this right now, if he was good right now, what are the other attributes about him?
Yes.
So I had to say, well, he's not really driven. So he's not really thinking on a level of, well, I don't have this right now. I had to listen to his conversation.
Yeah.
He said something to me where he's like, oh, this guy offered me a job for $16 an hour, but nah, I got money coming in. So you would give up an opportunity to make money now that would put money in your pocket now. So I had to think about it in the future. Yeah. So you're saying that if we were struggling, money's tight, we losing the house, and kids are starving, you wouldn't go that extra step. So these are things that you have to think about long term if you're in that stage in your life. If it's just somebody, listen, I say everything that glitter ain't gold. You could have some guy who looks so well established. And I had a friend who was in a situation like that, where the person brought her in by the glitter of it. Yeah. And then when she got into the deep, I'm in love now, and I'm, you know, liking this person. Oh wait, but this car is leased. You got to take over the lease though, if you want to keep this Mercedes. Right. And, you want to stay living in this nice house? Well, it's a rental. So you have to get a job and help with this rent. Right. So it's like, okay, you fell in love with everything else, but you didn't really dig deep. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not saying to not, but I'm just saying to don't put all your eggs in one basket. And if you want the savage in me, I'm going to say, go ahead and fall in with that potential. Yeah. But go ahead and find you somebody on the side that's smashing that bat, you know, that's keeping you level-headed, so you're not saying, ooh, look at his car. Ooh, he got a nice job. No. But he might not put it down in the bedroom, you know, and it might be something serious like that, which is something I was just in a situation about with my most previous relationship, where the intimacy wasn't there, but everything else was. He offered security. He offered commitment. He offered the emotional, but, you know, intimate wise, he wasn't there. Was that something that I'm willing to sacrifice? So,
but you don't think he could have gotten better, or should somebody already be at the level of effectiveness?
You pulled that from nowhere.
Yeah, I did. I was like, it has to make sense. I
think it depends on age and environment. Okay. And I think the age of a person and how they grew up, how their background, their upbringing, things like that, it plays a big part. You have 45, 50-year-old men, immature, you know, acting younger than 20 and teenage year. And then you have guys who are in their 30s and mid 20s or late 20s who are well into the thinking of a 40-year-old man, who are on 401ks and lawyers and getting their life together. So things like that, where I think it plays a big part on maturity, you know, and where they are in their life.
Yeah, but particularly I was more talking about the intimacy thing. Like could you, with that guy that was everything, particularly the person, you know, the one that you said that was everything but the intimacy, could you teach, like, could you cultivate, you know, something better?
I think with, you know, like I said,
could he get better with time?
With certain people, it was already ingrained in him where he was, and this was the type of relationship. Like, this is how I am. There's no middle ground. So I had to think to myself, well, is this workable? And for me, it wasn't, because I realized that he was rooted so deeply so deep into what he believed a relationship should be, because he was in something for a long time and he had that idea. So it's like, sometimes you have to figure out if this person is capable of making that change and understanding and being able to see both sides of a coin.
Yeah.
If it's just like, no, it's just my side. Oh yeah,
right. Yeah.
I see your side and that's fine.
Right.
But no, it's my side.
Yeah. There's no room. Yeah.
Right.
You gotta learn to compromise.
Right.
At first, yeah. Listen. At least he listened to the other side, but still, you gotta like compromise too. Nah, I was just saying, yeah, because that is very hard to give up, because if the person is so good this way but intimacy is lacking, some people might want to be like, oh, like we can work through that, and like not to say that he will stay at where he's at, to try to elevate him to be like, I don't know, like, well, not a tiger in bed, but like something
there are
better.
People like that who then overcompensate. They become controlling. They become, where you have to depend on them and things like that. Like there was other things in our relationship, but it was a big part of our relationship.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, dating in general right now for me has been crazy. There are crazy guys out there. Guys are trying to trap me. This dude's out here literally trying to trap me.
All right, we will get to that. We will get to that point. We will definitely get to that. But you said something a bit back that was interesting, because you said you were a serial monogamist. Okay, so one, how does it feel going on dates and not having that person become like a serious boyfriend or anything like that? Like how does it feel to go like back and forth, whatever? Does it feel like cheating to you, or like
no?
How does that feel to you?
It's usually when the date doesn't work and you can move on that you're like, whew, thank goodness.
Right.
And
why do you say that?
Really quickly, because there are some people who take you on, like, okay, just putting it out there, I'm a very voluptuous woman.
Right.
And guys tend to see and things like that, and so it becomes a sexual thing.
Okay.
More than it becomes an emotional thing. Yeah. So right away it's like, okay, you can kind of wean those out. So in the beginning, when you have those guys, it kind of gives you that period of time where people are putting their best foot forward and being nice.
Yeah. They're being a representative.
Right. So you know what? I can date Monday. I can date Tuesday. I can date Wednesday. These are the guys' names.
Right. Okay.
They're not important. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Savage 17.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But no, I'm just mean like, if I want to go out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever.
Yeah.
And then in the course of a month, I realized that, guy number one, he's kind of losing that interest. And like, I'm not really feeling that. Yeah. But you know what? I don't then go from something where I've invested so much to nothing. Now I got to start all over. And that is what our problem is. We hate starting over. So if you keep something constantly in the loop until you're ready to settle down, then it's like, you're kind of avoiding that starting over feeling all the time.
I get you. I understand. Yeah, because with me, I have a thing about I am also a serial monogamist, and I can't, like, with me, let's say I'm talking to somebody, right? I kind of have to like talk to you. I can't date you, because for one,
so you're one of those, are we together or not?
well, not even that. It's just that I don't like dating more than one person at a time.
Is it that you don't like dating more than one person, or you don't like the idea of thinking someone's sleeping with someone else at the same time? Because that's a difference, and that's the thing that I think we have to understand, that dating is not sex. Dating is, I can go out on a date with you on Monday and go out to a movie, have a great dinner, enjoy my night, and that be the end of it. We text, we call, we talk to each other, and we see where it goes. Yeah. I can go out with, person number two on another night and realize, you know what, dang, all he really wants is some booty. Drop him, but I haven't lost, the first person.
One. Yeah.
And then, you know what, this is still progressing, but it's still not there yet, and we're still getting to know each other. And I go out on another date and realize, you know what, I kind of like that guy a little bit more than this guy. Yeah. And it's taken me all this time to get to, a certain point with the first person, and I'm already there with that. Yeah. I may kind of say, hey, listen, and then it's like, that's where you have to kind of put your grown pants on and say, hey, listen, this is not, going where I'm looking for, and this is, you got to be honest. That is one thing that I advocate. I'm honest in the streets and safe in the sheets. It's like, and you're not sleeping with everybody, but one, especially as a female, I try to get out of that idea of I can sleep with whoever I want. There's no ring on my finger, and as long as I keep it safe, I don't put my mouth on everything, and I don't put everybody's mouth on me.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you want to be safe and move on.
Yeah.
But it's not saying go out there and slut it up. It's just saying you can go out there and date, and it doesn't mean that you're always laying down with someone.
Right. No, that's true. And I don't know. I mean, it could be a combination of both, but I just don't. I don't know. I feel like I need to be done with whatever I'm dating to go to somebody else. Cause like, not to say that I feel like, okay, we're together now, but it's like, okay, this is still, what is it? Marinating. You know what I'm saying? This is still marinating, and I feel bad for like, okay, let me go with like woman number 2, and you know, now I'm dating this person and I'm dating this person, and I feel like I feel bad because I feel like I don't know, not to say cheating, but I just feel bad about it. Like, I should get rid of number 1 and see what is with number 2.
But that's where it also kind of comes into being honest. You have to date people who you can be honest with. And for me, I look for somebody who I can say, hey, listen, I just met you on Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know who you were seeing on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know the same about me.
Yeah.
But I know that visually, I find you attractive, and let's speak.
Yeah.
I don't know you from a can of paint.
Yeah.
So at that point, am I going to just say, you know what, let me stop dating or talking to anybody else I was talking to,
Yeah,
and invest all my time into dating this person, and then 5 months later, you know what, this is not really working out. What are you doing? You're starting all over again.
Yeah.
Or somebody's cheating in the relationship and that's what happens. And it's a repetitive cycle that you get into these relationships that you haven't taken the time to really fully investigate and peel the onion back and learn about the person.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, person, I'm dating you now. It's just you and me. We're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that's what we're so, rushing to get to, that, whoa. There's a billion people in this world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And or however, I don't know.
7 billion.
Whatever. Last time I counted. But and we have to understand that we're human and we're made to see people, and everybody that you see, like I will always be this type of person, but if I'm dating a guy, I will never pop him on the head or hit him or get on him about looking at another female. You're sitting next to me, admiring another woman. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I'ma look. If she fly, I'ma look.
Right.
So at the same time, you're not getting up saying, hang on, hold on, I want to go get a number.
Yeah.
If I'm allowing you the opportunity to satisfy your visual appetite, you're still going home with me.
Yeah. Now,
if I'm denying you of that, what are you going to do? You're going to go on the internet, look at it when you can. You're going to be with your homies, scoping it out every chance you can get. But if you're like, man, I can look at that anytime I want. It's not anything different. Yeah. So these are things that you have to get into, but people don't take the time to get involved with people. So you have to kind of, I don't know, it's playing chess, make moves, right, live life, and move on to a person that understands that, hey, listen, I'm dating, I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to settle down right this minute. Yeah. Because as soon as a girl hears, I'm looking for somebody to get married. Oh, married? Oh yeah. Word?
The M word?
The M word? He's the one.
Right.
It don't matter what. Girl, I ain't got no job. I got 4 kids, but I'm gonna get married tomorrow if you want to.
It's only $500.
It's only $500.
I checked. I'm just saying, that's how much it is, man.
And so much more to get divorced.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, we got to take time to try to date people and try to see where things can go and give people opportunities to showcase themselves. Yeah. People try to take those first few moments of meeting somebody to put their best foot forward, and it's like 5 months down the road, you're like, oh, this ain't really the same person I met. Mm-hmm. And a very, very smart man who is also my ex-man said to me, the things you love about someone will be the same things that you hate about that person.
Yes.
And
I've seen those memes.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you said that was a meme, but yeah.
That's where he got
it. Nah. I remember, damn, what was it? one of them was it was so I see it periodically, but it makes me laugh all the time. But I'm paraphrasing. It was like it's like when you first start dating, it's like, oh, you make light of everything, blah blah, and then like 6 months later, yo, you think everything's a fucking joke.
It's like when you first start dating, it's like, oh, you're so
hilarious,
you're so mysterious, bitch. Where you at?
Yo, for real. Yo, I love those things, yo, because it's so true, yo. It's so true.
It is.
She's like, yo, I hate it when they do that or
like,
whatever.
Oh, I love hearing you talk. Why you always not talk so damn much? You never shut up.
Don't you got somewhere to go? Don't you have a girl's night out or something? Damn.
I love staying home with you. Damn, why you always here?
I love cuddling. Yo, why you always up under me?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot. Oh man. Oh, no, but for real, man. Like you're absolutely right about that stuff. So,
but yeah.
Oh no, good. Oh, you had something? Oh, okay. No. So you have said that men are trying to trap you. So can you please elaborate on that?
Oh my gosh, guys are crazy. Okay, so I mean, I don't want to drop no plugs, but I was on a.
Oh wait, actually, before I forget, I know I'm gonna forget this because I know you're not gonna forget your stories. What are your? Okay, so you've been divorced for about for a year. So. What is your intention with dating? Do you feel like that you'd like to someday get married again, or you're just having fun, or you're just dipping your big toe into the pool? What are your intentions? Do you have any intentions?
That's like giving away the secret.
Oh, okay, that's not a problem. Not a problem.
No. I mean, honestly, I don't say I would. I mean, I used to say I would never get married again. Right. I used to say that.
A lot of people who get divorced do.
And
they say that.
Now I say it every day. No, I'm just
damn.
No. Now I say, you know what? If it happens, it happens.
Okay. That's a good outlook.
I'm not gonna say no. I would never, but I know that it would definitely take a lot.
This person would have to be special.
It would definitely have to be a very, very special person for me to say, yes, I will marry you. Mm-hmm. I will have a boyfriend for a very long time.
Okay.
A significant other, a girlfriend, whatever I decide in life.
Yeah.
But I will have a significant other, a domestic partner for a long time and make sure that we are established, with a good foundation. I'm on a 401k trying to buy a house, pool in the backyard, some stuff like that. The mediocre nowadays doesn't excite me. So if for right now, as I like to call side piece and jump offs, want to keep me entertained, that's fine.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I am looking for more. I am looking for the more that somebody can offer.
So the mediocre doesn't excite you, like you're not, like you don't need like free 30 like chicken nuggets anymore. That's not gonna get you nowhere. Like,
I mean, chicken nuggets do sound good.
It's like, girl, I could get you stuff every night, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they throw this shit away. I can give it to you.
You my Wednesday.
You my Wednesday. All right, at least you got a day. Damn, that's good.
Every other.
Every other Wednesday.
I mean, listen, I gotta stay in shape. Chicken nuggets make it that.
Stupid. Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, when I
What? I'm just saying. No, but that's good that you acknowledge that you have reached a point where those things that used to excite you are like, you know what? No, that is for somebody else.
Right.
Go with somebody else.
I think me moving away and coming back and seeing people still doing the same exact things.
Yeah.
That really changed my perspective.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like for me, I'm like, okay, you're still standing on a corner, you're still living with your mama, you're still, you know what I mean? Like it's it's depressing,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, okay, that's not what I want. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I want to get out of the hamster wheel.
Okay. All right. Got you.
You know what I mean? Going round and round the same things.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes I call it, like lately what I've been doing is a lot of self-motivating and self-accountability and holding, basically just holding myself accountable for things. And if I'm being 100% honest, you're getting some exclusive juice right now.
Oh, shoot. Exclusive.
So stupid. But basically just holding myself accountable for things like, I've learned to curve a little bit of people.
Okay.
And I've had to, where you don't really want as many jump offs, and it's not that I'm giving it away or I have like, tons and tons and I got people in lineups, but it's just like you realize that, all right, just because I can call this person and the first thing that they can offer is a piece of meat, doesn't mean that I have to take it.
Yeah.
And although it's there and I might need some.
Yeah.
It might have been a minute.
Right.
12 years a slave. So.
Yo, you stupid.
But it's like, I have to say, I have to learn to say no without feeling guilty. And it makes me feel better because when I need rest, I get rest. As opposed to saying, oh, well, you know what? Tuesday needs some love and, I ain't been there in a while and I done curved him 4 weeks in a row. He's still holding strong.
Right.
Let me go ahead and make this trip. Even though I'm tired and got to go to work tomorrow, and so it's like, I've learned to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and just say no and let me stay in tonight and things like that.
Right.
And
how is this benefiting me?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Where I'm learning like, wait a second. Why? And again, being honest, why would someone want to be my man or have me as their girlfriend or their wife or their significant other or whatever it is if I'm already giving the goods away?
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to be a virgin.
No, I'm not saying, I need a goat and a, man to give me away. My dad,
No, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm not
at this stage,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that are currently in that circle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I've exhausted this circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have the same circle and I can run through that circle as much as I want to. I can, whatever it be.
Yeah.
So out of that circle, at what point? I never say, hey, I don't want to date you. You just decide to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Let me walk you back to this friendship zone you escaped from.
Yo.
I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
But but at no point does anyone ever say, hey, look, I want to take this to another level or I want to do this or I want to do that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't think about that. We're like, oh, this guy don't ever ask me out. I've been giving him this and we've been doing this for the last 5 years. And you think about why. Why would they need to? You're already in a situationship.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to. So you have to kind of pump the brakes on that, especially if you don't want to block your blessings from something else that may be looking for you.
Yeah.
And then, I Kegel the exercises. So to
yes.
you got to make sure that, you don't want to go and find the man in your dreams and he's like, wait a second, why you real loose though? It might be an intimate thing and it might be the thing that breaks it. So
True. Just be like, I'm good at my job.
Right. Your mouth ain't loose though. Then you be a pro.
Jeez.
Anyway, but I'm just saying. So it's like for me, I'm not saying for anybody else, but for me, I just had to learn to start kind of taking back some me time and taking back some, you know what? I need to kind of be a little bit with myself right now. And I'm still dating and I'm choosing who I'm dating as opposed to letting who's out there wanting me date me.
Right. No, I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, that might sound conceited. It might sound whatever, but it's like, people don't understand the type of people that come up to me. It's crazy. I mean, like.
Well, a lot of women will probably understand your.
Exactly. You get like the no-tooth hood dude that's hanging out in front of the store all night. Like, yo, ma, let me holler. How you gonna holler? This is a real true story. This guy was at the store and he sees me all the time. all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, yo, Ma, let me talk to you. Let me, come on, let me take you out. I said, you know what? Being a savage day,
Uh-huh.
it was a day of savage. I said, you know what? I said, okay, you know what? Fine. You can take me out on a date. Where are you taking me? Well, where you want to go? I said, listen, I like seafood, Red Lobster. I like Johnny's and City Island. I said, you want to take me out? He said, yeah. I said, all right, let's go out tomorrow night. Oh no, well, I gotta get some time to get some money together, and well, maybe. I said, okay, well, let's go out Saturday night. Mm-hmm. He says, well, no, I said, so when you're ready to take me on a date, mm-hmm. then you approach me. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh no, well, let me get your number. I says, okay, well, give me your phone. Let me put it in. Oh, well, I ain't got a phone right now. I said, well, give me your address. Well, I stay out here in front of the store. So when we about to chill? We about to Deli Martin chill?
Deli Martin chill. You get some free heroes.
Yeah, man, so. But I'm saying it's like, and then it's like that's the type of dudes. And I was on a dating site and met a guy who was on a dating site. His profile said, wants a relationship. Very nice looking dude. Lived up in Newburgh. Very nice. I'm making that trip to Newburgh, crossing that Beacon Bridge, wherever the hell I was going. And in the whole of our relationship of less than 2 weeks, mm-hmm. right? Which is what I'm saying about, getting the time to know somebody. But in 2 weeks, his whole thing was, I just moved here and I'm waiting for my mom to give me some money. 35 years old. Yeah. This, that, and the other. And I granted he has things going on, but me and him had a conversation because he said, you're moving too fast. I said, me. Uh-huh. I'm me of all people. Yeah. I'm moving too fast. Right. I said, but explains to me how I'm moving too fast. He says, well, you expect me to find a job. I'm thinking he's going to say, expecting me to find a job right now. Because that would make sense. Yeah. No.
Like.
That was a period.
So you expect me to find a job like overall? Like, right. What do you mean? Like, so what you about to do?
He's a hustler.
Oh.
I'm not looking for a job right now. Oh.
Oh, he's purposely not looking for.
Right.
Okay. Right.
Oh, okay. Red flag.
Yeah.
Which most girls, he a hustler. I'm going to get my free weed.
Or he has the mindset of a hustler. Like, he's not going to take no for no. You know what I'm saying? Take no for nothing.
You
whatever.
are giving this man way more benefit than the
doubt. I was just No, I'm just saying.
Homie got a friend in you because he didn't in me.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? No. I was just going with the thing.
Shout out to your one homie.
Shout out to that hustler. No, I was riffing off your girl saying, ooh, he a hustler, whatever. So, like, you got to have a hustler mentality. Hey, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean.
He still has a hustler mentality, even though he's not literally hustling. But he's hustling. You know what I'm saying?
But that wasn't his mentality.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no. He was Nick Bags. Not that I'm telling on myself and I plead the fifth to anything. But I mean, I ain't seen a Nick bag in a minute. We in 2017. You show me a Nick bag, I'm going to slap your mama.
Whoa. What does she have to do with anything?
She made you get that Nick bag.
Wow. Okay.
But no. So he said I was moving too fast. And I expected him to get a job. And, I was expecting him to take me on a date. And it's so sad that guys like, you expect me to take you on a date? Like, you want to go on a date? I told you to meet me at the park and we were going to talk and get to know each other. No, that's not a date. That, take
that sounds like a pre-interview.
Take me on a date.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like, dinner movies. It doesn't have to be traditional.
Yeah.
But, let it be something where we are formalizing this as this is a date for us.
Yeah.
But no, he said, he says, well, I'm not prepared to do that right now. So this was a legit question. I said, so then why are you on a dating site? Mm-hmm. He says, well, I was looking for some girls. I said, so then your profile shouldn't say wants a relationship. It should say casual dating, no commitment.
Yeah.
No, and this is what I'm telling you about the people that approach me.
Yeah.
He says, no, well, you blocked me the first time. I said, what? He says, yeah, I hit you up one time and you told me that you weren't looking for the same thing. He didn't have a picture up though.
Yeah.
He says, so I changed my profile to once a relationship, and then we started talking. So you was just trying to get the draws. That's
well, yes, but also he's kind of proving his point where a woman will see one thing. Let's say once like you said like casual dating or whatever. Mm-hmm. So a woman will automatically go, oh, he just wants sex. But if I put one a relationship, ooh, marriage.
No, not marriage. Once a relationship means that's what you're ultimately looking for.
Yeah.
Now the site that I'm on, you have options.
Yeah.
So casual dating, no commitment.
Right.
We all know what that means based on the site that we're on.
Yeah.
And you have dating, things like that. You have once a relationship.
Yeah.
Not looking to seriously get married. You have those options.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, you have a gentleman, and I'll call him a gentleman loosely, right. But you have this gentleman who sees someone, and my page was very detailed. Yeah. You see someone, and based on the fact that I told you that, well, we're not looking for the same thing. Yeah. You perpetrated someone else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing I had the issue. Not that, you know what, you might be right. Which, you know what, I ended up talking to someone else off the same site who I first blocked, but I had already given him my phone number. So he hit me up with a text like, ha, you blocked me, but you gave me your number.
Gotcha, bitch.
Right. That's exactly what I got. Yeah. So, but it was cool because realistically, I still talk to the guy now, and he's really nice and things like that. And, we're still seeing where it goes. Yeah. But it went from I completely blocked you to we're actually hanging out and still talking. Yeah. So things like that do sometimes turn around. But what I'm saying is he kind of came off the same way where he's looking for some booty, and I kind of told him about himself. He's like, listen, I'm sorry, but most girls on here, they this, that, and the other, and he kind of explained himself. Yeah. That is what made me give him another chance. Yeah. That, and there's things about him now I'm learning that I don't really like, and
red flags.
Okay. And he may be on his way out. Okay. My mom calls it menopause. She says, Jenica, you get these men and then you pause one and go get another one. I was like, oh my gosh.
So how many people would you consider your?
Ask me a real crazy question.
No, I'm just saying. How many people do you consider that you're like dating right now?
I knew you was gonna ask me that. Now that's the secret recipe.
I'm just saying. Like,
I'm gonna say I am dating in a capacity that allows me to have my own personal time as well.
The fuck kind of cryptic ass Da Vinci Code? I'm expecting a number. She gave me a parable from the Bible.
That was from the Quran.
Okay,
that was my political answer.
That's fine.
I'm not dating a lot of people, and I'm not dating a little bit of people. But for me, I think a person should date at least 2 or 3 people. For me, at a time. Okay. And I'm not saying sleep with.
No. Right? Yeah. Just seeing. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As far as booty, anybody out there?
No. Damn. Is this thing on? Jeez. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I have this article here, which says 6 guys not to date after you've been, after you've decided to date again after divorce. So guy number 1 is Mr. Angry, I'm divorced too. Like, you shouldn't do that. Why he's tempting. You have a common enemy, the ex. And a heated trash your ex session can get you all hot and bothered in a good way. But why you should steer clear. If he's still raging about how she did him wrong, he's got some sort of issues to sort out. A lot of divorced men I meet are eager to have dump on your ex sessions, says Jennifer. Not our Jennifer, just a different Jennifer. A 32-year-old who got married at 24 and divorced at 26. But I steer clear of anyone who is harboring that much hostility towards their ex because they obviously aren't ready for a new relationship. That's number 1. So I don't know if you ran into that person. Guy number 2 is Mr. Best Friends with his ex.
I ran into guy number 1, and I can honestly say that it is true that sex is great with somebody who is just divorced.
Right.
But yeah, so anyway.
No, that's fine. Yeah, but guy number 2 is Mr. Best Friends with his ex. Why he's tempting. He sounds so enlightened. You think you've stumbled upon the most forgiving guy in America. But why you should steer clear. Staying friendly after a breakup is a good thing, sure. But if his former wife still occupies the role of trusted advisor, Condoleezza to his George W., beware. This is a guy who's still in love, plotting a comeback, or at least hoping for the possibility of breakup sex. Pass on him.
Yeah, that was my most recent.
Okay.
That's funny. I should have read that. That would have been a red flag for me.
Guy number 3, the player. Why he's tempting. You know how in tennis when you play a great player, you don't suck as much as when you play with a beginner? Same applies here.
Wait.
Want to read that again?
No, I had a dirty.
Oh, you got it?
I had a dirty moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
You said with a player, you don't suck as much. I'm a player. I know. Wait a second. No.
If your date is a smooth operator who's never at a loss for words, you feel more relaxed, witty, and confident. But why you should steer clear? Slick guys love dating. They are less fond of relationships. If your pro dater has had a ton of 5-minute partnerships, doesn't open up, or shies away from discussing personal details, he probably won't commit. Yeah, and guy number 4, the shrink in training. Why he's tempting? Counseling is expensive. Why not get it for free? And why you should steer clear? Your dates will soon feel like a therapy session, and that's not romantic. But the real problem is that shrink in training types are happiest when you're unhappy. So unless you want to play the role of despondent damsel in distress to his caring, if not slightly condescending professional, tell this guy to take a hike.
Yeah, I have that one now.
Oh, boy. All right.
That's in my lineup.
Guy number 5, Mr. Crazy Possessive. Why he's tempting? Jealousy can be flattering, says Tina Tanisa, author of How to Be a Couple and Still Be Free. He wants you all to himself, which can be an ego rush. Why you should steer clear? Intense jealousy is often a sign of emotional instability. Controlling people are usually very smooth at first, says Tessina, but after they charm you into bonding to them, the control can turn very unpleasant and even lead to stalking or abuse. So consider yourself warned. And guy number 6, Ashton Kutcher's evil twin. Why he's tempting? He's got all his hair and still fits in his 32 waist jeans. Enough said.
Oh my God.
But why you should steer clear? So your 24-year-old babe says he has a thing for older women? These guys are just looking for a booty call. They save the real love for women closer to their own age, says New Yorker Joanne Morris, a 40-something who has dated several guys in their mid-20s. One guy tried to talk to me into meeting him at a hotel, which he graciously suggested I pay for. I declined. But the kicker was when she invited a 25-year-old friend home for the weekend, and it turned out that he had more in common with her 20-year-old son than with her. They spend the whole weekend together, skateboarding. So, there's that.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, so there's like 6 guys not to date. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 of them that you've actually experienced, so that's interesting. So, yeah.
Yeah, guys are crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Girls are crazy too. Girls are crazy. Guys are crazy.
Well, yeah.
And that's why we date each other. Because you just have to find somebody whose crazy plays with yours. I was blessed with being born on 7/30, which is the police code for crazy. So I have great knowledge of this.
Oh, man.
My birthday really is 7/30. But,
so do you have any more wacky stories that you like to tell? Or
oh my gosh, my whole life is a wacky story. Oh my gosh. No, I just say, like, if you're gonna be out there dating, date and have fun.
Okay.
I mean,
What?
Don't just go out there for free meals, ladies. That's foul. Like, I've done it. It's foul. It's foul.
But that steak was good though, right?
You right though.
I
said I ain't been to Outback in a minute.
He's so bad. No, but seriously, yeah, you've been dating, for a year now, or not with any particular person, but
well, I actually haven't been dating a year. I've actually only been recently dating. I've been dating for like the last, I would say, almost year.
Okay, that's right. So you have been dating. So yeah, what advice would you give to people who have recently divorced, or they've been divorced for a while and they're like, you know what, I'm not even on that thing. I F men or F women, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to do me, whatever. Like, what do you suggest they do? Or what is your advice?
Don't feed into the rat race of being the person that's jaded, who hurts somebody that's a good person, who turns around and hurts somebody that's a good person, because that's what happens. You meet somebody and they're really nice and then they get hurt. So they go out there and they hurt the next person because they don't want to get hurt again. And that's what we continue to do. Yeah. And I'm just saying, and trust me, people call it, if you follow me on Facebook, Jenica JPoetry, Jenica, JPoetry, or the Jenica JPoetry experience, you will see that I am a savage. And I say a lot of crazy things. But it's also things, one, to make people laugh, two, because it's things that we think about that we just don't say, or it's things that, you know what, if you didn't think about it, you saw it, you read it, and you relate to it. Yeah. Or you get a good chuckle out of it. But at the same time, it's like, we don't realize that we go out there and we hurt each other, and it just feeds into the negativity of who we are. So I try to get out there and I say, even if you've been divorced, go out there, date, be honest. Be honest with the people that you're out there. Like, listen, I'm not in this for the long haul, but, I could really use a good
long dick.
So I'm just saying. Right. So be honest. Like, if that's really all you're about, then say it. That goes for guys. That goes for girls. Yeah. I just mean, like, if you're gonna play the game, then, be prepared to get hurt at the same time. But don't go out there and just intentionally do things. Like, I don't try to go out there and hurt people, but I'm honest, and I let people know I'm dating, and I'm not out here calling anybody my boo thing, my number one. Nah. You Monday, you Tuesday, what day you want? That's what this week. Yeah. This is rotating schedule.
No. What you just said just reminded me of a R. Kelly song. I forget what album it's on. Oh, I think it's on. I think it's on the Untitled album that he has. It's probably two or three albums back, and it's called "Be My Number Two." Yeah, and I'm just like, damn. Like,
because people right now are because you know what it is, girls are right. First of all, men started it, having so many different, ones and twos and threes and fours.
Okay, go on. I have an answer for that, but go ahead.
And but no, I think we all contribute to it. But I'm saying, like, people just go get comfortable. Yeah. Saying, oh, well, he might go see her, but he can't see me all the time. He might go see her, but he get money from her and he take me out. I've been there. Listen, I was in a situation where I was in an open relationship and I had an understanding, but dude was getting money from another chick and I was going to Joe's Crab Shack. Thank you.
Good place.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Thanks for the crab legs. Thanks for the crab legs.
Yeah, I had extra butter.
I had an appetizer. And a dessert. So, but it's like we get so comfortable in just being like, well, you know what? But then, when it hits you, when you're laying in bed by yourself. Yeah. When you're laying there and you have nobody to cuddle with, and that rainy storm, and you holding your pillow like it's the last bit of love on life. It hits you. And granted, I'm fortunate enough to have somebody I can say, you know what, I want to cuddle, come over. And I'm going to have to swat and no, all night. But you know what, I'm going to get a cuddle out of it. And it's going to be that temporary happiness. Yeah. And that's what we've grown to just be okay with, temporary happiness. So it's like, you my one, you my two. Well, as long as I get some time. Nah, it's like, unless I'm okay with being someone's side piece or second or whatever, then that's fine. But I may be having another side piece, second, third, fifths, quarters. It's like if that's what you want to do. And I think for me, I was kind of getting into that where, you know what, I don't really want a relationship. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I kind of still feel that way sometimes now, but I don't know if it's the fact that I'm getting older or a lot of the things that's transitioning and changing in my life where I'm moving to a different direction in my life and I'm growing more and I'm wanting more.
Yeah.
And I think I'm looking to secure something now because you know what? If and when, and I'm speaking it into existence.
Go ahead.
I am some big time model or, I'm, touring the world. No, I'm not going to want a relationship then. And having a different guy in every city I travel to is going to be good for me.
Yeah.
Because,
I got hoes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got them now.
Damn.
In different areas. I just got back from VA.
Oh, God.
Hoes. Shoot, But no, I mean, that's going to be okay for me because I'm going to say, you know what? I can't trust anybody. I may be at that point where I'm like, I can't trust anybody now. And the only reason that this person wants to be with me is because of this or because of that. Yeah. So I understand as much as I didn't understand it before, I kind of understand why celebrities date each other. You very rarely see a celebrity date a non-celebrity or somebody who isn't already established.
Yeah.
It's because you don't really know if this person's with you for that reason. Yeah. So it's like for me, I guess now it's
and
like,
also just like you, they're everywhere.
Right.
So often a person might a quote unquote regular person might not be able to handle that.
Right.
Them being away all the time or whatever. But
Right.
like this person's already here, and also the celebrity-ness of it too. Just like, okay, this person's established, whatever, and they're here. But this person, my person's back in like Kansas. I'm
Right.
never gonna see you.
Right. So it's
yeah.
like, you get into something where you're like, you know what? Let me try to set something now, or let me try to get into something now, because then I'll know, like, okay, this is real. If this goes with me 10 years now, then this was real. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's something that I do want and I do look for, but it's not something I'm investing a lot of time into doing. Right now, I think I am enjoying my life.
Yeah.
And as crazy as my life is, a relationship at this moment is not something that I even have time for.
Right.
Between my family and between, going from modeling to pageantry, going into clothing line, going into, motivating and also working a full-time job. Yeah. It's just not something that right now I look for. So yeah, the ones and twos, here's and there's, they do entertain me for the time being. But yeah, it does hit you when you're lonely at night and you want somebody to cuddle up next to. Yeah. But it doesn't hit me at night when I don't have anybody to answer to, or say when I want to go out or spend all night out, or I get that phone call that I've been hoping for all day and I can make that trip and go where I want. Yeah. But just touching back on what you said real quick about, being a regular person. I mean, I'm still a regular person, but I went from being a heavier person to losing a shit ton of weight. Mm-hmm. And I get that, where it's like all these people that I've known all my life, all of a sudden now, oh, hey, I was feeling you back in the day, right? So why you ain't say nothing? Oh, you was feeling me?
Right.
Word.
Right.
How come you ain't say nothing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, where it's like, you're like, okay, well, are you really talking to me because you were feeling me back in the day, but you thought I was with somebody? Or is it because I look a certain way now? Yeah. I'm still the same. You've known me for forever. Yeah. And I'm still the same person. Mm-hmm. So, I definitely, that's something that I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to stay me. So I want somebody that can transition with me at the same time. Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't found that. Ain't nobody on my level yet.
No, and that's funny because, like, again, Jennifer and I on our last podcast, we were talking about that, like the fall in love with the potential, and we kind of delved into the whole like the physical aspect too, just like the story that you just said. Just like, because I'll take it with me, not necessarily like the physical aspect. Is like my thing is, my most hated thing is that I would not want somebody who didn't want me right now, like as soon as, like right now, as you know me, and then let's say like 5 years from now, let's say whatever I'm working on blows up, I'm good, and then they come back like, oh, hey, boo, right, how you doing? you
And
know,
because you may have had feelings for them before, you may get yourself in a situation where you're like, dang, well, I wanted them back then.
yeah.
You know, and now they ain't really nothing, but they had the potential back then, and now you think that they're that person. Get yourself all hemmed up.
Or
Prenup.
prenup. Or it's just like, yo, like I would have rather have you sit in the struggle with me. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But to Jennifer's credit, I also understand that like sometimes people just can't wait for you to do that. And I understand because I lived through it. Like I was telling Jennifer, like with my ex-fiance, you know, somebody put a little bug in her ear and said like, yo, don't fall in love with potential. And that's what she saw in me. And like I said, when we were going out to like now, let's say it has been 5 years, I'm more or less still in the same place. So I can't really fault her for leaving and finding exactly what she wanted because she got married to somebody who is giving her exactly what she wanted.
Right, but at the same time, you have to say that may not be something where it's a bad thing for you. That may be a good thing for you.
Right.
The fact that she didn't fall in love with potential. Because, yeah, you know what? You're saying 5 years. It may take 10 years. I mean, Jay-Z didn't blow up overnight.
Right.
So it may take 10 years for you to do whatever it be and be whoever it is and go wherever you're going to go. And then, you know what? At that point, you're going to be at a stage in your life where that whoever you meet then is the person that, because of the potential that you had and the growth that you got to, that's the person that was meant for you to be. Everything in this universe happens for a reason. Every meeting, every relationship, every thing that you go through, it's a step into a direction you're not aware of. And it sounds cliche, but we don't know what's going to happen. But I think the more we start embracing, and I think that's more of what I'm trying to do, is embracing where life is taking me. And my life is random and it's crazy. And I've embraced that.
Right.
And the fact that I've embraced that has got me into modeling. Got me to lose over 275 pounds.
Right.
Got me into going into a pageant, open mics, because my life is random. Things that I would have never thought that I was going to do.
Yeah.
You know, just saying, you know what? Well, you know what? I'm going to embrace this. Okay, well, this is happening today. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do this. The old me would have been like, no, let me think this out. Let me plan this. I got to plan this. I got to write it down. It has to be strategic. It has to go in this order.
Yeah.
You know, I have OCD so badly and I defy it every day in my life.
Right.
You know, and it's crazy, but I just think it's like, you know, you got to sometimes think outside the box and look at life in a whole different way and say, you know what, maybe something was meant to happen just this exact same way for me to be where I'm at right now. For her or for whoever, where they go in life, that's where their life is supposed to go. I see people now, trust me, I am glad I dodged the bullet.
Right.
I had somebody actually hit me up, and I will show you the message.
Oh boy.
Was like, so will you marry me? Whoa, listen, hey, you looked good back in the day. I can't vouch for you now.
Damn.
You know, and it's like, I said to the person, I said, you're grasping, and I understand that. You know, I says, but if I thought you were serious, I said I would. I says, but the fact that I know that you're just reaching for anything you can right now because you're getting older. I said, listen, I went through it in the stage at the point in your life right now. Yeah, I went through it where you're just going to try to grab onto anything. Oh, hey, you want me? Okay. We together now. It might be the worst relationship you've ever been in. But you know what? Oh my God, I'm almost 30. I'm almost 35. Yeah. I'm almost 40. Yeah. And and we get that like that heartbeat where it's like, oh my goodness. Maybe that wasn't the life for you. Yeah. Just because that's the norm for everybody else may not be the life for you. Mm-hmm. And, I got married. I got divorced. I have no kids. Yeah. For me, the norm was get married, have kids, move out, do this. Well, yeah. That's what I thought. But you know what? Modeling was never anywhere in the vision in my life. Yeah, right. Yeah. Open mic was never in a vision. Poetry was never in this vision. Mm-hmm. And these are things that's happened that I'm like, I can't even imagine not doing them now. Like now I'm like, I can't imagine not writing poetry. Yeah. So
no, it's true. Yeah, because that's a very good thing to talk about your life like that. Because you would have been married, have kids, and
I would have definitely been barefoot and pregnant.
You just would have been rocking out. I mean, I'm not saying that you would have been like a stay-at-home mom, but like you just would have been rocking out, and then that's it, and you would have been good. And modeling and poetry would not have been a realm of possibility, like, at all. And that, it is quite amazing that you're doing these two things that were never even a speck in your mind, and now you feel that, like, there's no way that you could have not done these things.
And I mean, you know, but I mean, for those of that don't know me, I put everything into my marriage. Like, I put everything into that person that I was dating, and I thought that was everything in life. You know, I was in love, and I was like, this is what my life. I was prepared. You know, I had no plan B.
Right. No, and please, everybody, again, we're talking to Jenica again. Please listen to episode 21, Being Divorced, A Journey from Broken to Breaking Free. And you'll hear her story. And it's an incredible story. So please, like, definitely finish this out. Finish this episode out, and then go back to episode 21, and you'll hear her journey about how she came from there to here. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, I don't regret it. I don't, say, oh, I wish I never got married. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I went through the things I went through, because it brought me to where I'm at right now. Yeah. But I look at it like, if that never happened, I don't know where I would be. Like I said, I had no plan B. I thought that was everything. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have kids, and like that, the end. Yeah. The end. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. But getting back in the game. So I'm glad that you are getting back in the game and doing whatever you do with how many people you like to do with Mrs. Secret, Mrs. Secretive, but that's fine. But I have this article, for anybody else, getting ready to date. Here are 15 quick tips to get back into the game after the divorce. This is from today.com. And number one is what I think that you've been pretty much saying throughout the entire podcast is, number one, be psychotically optimistic about love. That's what you need to do. Number two, make sure you are healed before you start dating.
Yep. Give yourself that time frame.
Right, like you were saying, give yourself that time frame. Yep. Number three, create a marriage map. And if anybody doesn't know what that means, it says, can you identify what a new, good, happy relationship looks like to you? If not, beware. Human beings are usually creatures of habit. We do what is comfortable instead of what is right. So if you were married to a narcissist without the knowledge of what a narcissist acts like in the beginning, you may find yourself on the same dysfunctional merry-go-round again. Mm-hmm. So make sure your past is legitimately in the past, so you don't end up choosing the wrong kinds of people again and again for the wrong reasons.
That's funny that they use that example. That's the exact example I needed, because that's exactly what I was doing when I sat back and really thought about it. I said, what am I doing? This has to be me. Like, and we don't want to think that. It's me. Mm-hmm. It's me. I keep getting the same kind of guy. It's you. It is you. It is you. Right. Because you're allowing yourself to keep getting that same type of guy. Mm-hmm. And we don't think that it may not be all of it is you, but the you that's in there that you can change, you have to change. Right. So.
And number four, which you've been doing in droves, start doing things that make you happy. So there you go, the modeling and the poetry. Yeah, so that's good.
Modeling poet.
Number five, develop your dating village. Dating after divorce isn't easy and will require a great group of people surrounding you to keep you motivated and inspired.
Look, it says date a village.
It is a date a village. It says dating village, woman. Right? You need a great group of people surrounding you to keep you motivated. Foundation. Yeah, and inspired. Maybe it's your buddies from work, school, your family, your neighbors or kids, whatever.
I would definitely say, if I can add to that, not people you've slept with. Okay. That is a dating no-no. Okay. And I will say that because I am currently in a situation, and I give my life freely. I have very little secrets. But I'm in a situation like that where, my current best friend situation is an ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And where it works great. Yeah. However, we all know that when you have a situation that you've been intimate with someone and you are alone, that feelings all come back. And because you do you give your vulnerable self, because this is my friend at the same time. Yeah. It gets a little messy sometimes.
It does. And the person has already been vetted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They already tapped that, so it ain't no secret.
Yeah, but the person is good, whatever. And they tapped that. So the person is vetted. They don't need to they don't need to bypass any like.
Girl, I ain't gotta take you on no date. Drop them drawers.
Well, not even that, but I mean like any criteria, whatever. They've already passed it,
Right.
You know, so it's that's the thing, yeah. That's why a lot of guys who have like tapped like a chick, whatever, like months or maybe years back, they like, yo, what up, yo?
Why you think I keep my hoes?
Where you been? No, but I'm saying, like, yo, where you been, yo? And like, what? My God, it's been like 2 years. And like,
Listen, I just posted on Facebook. Guys don't think that girls can use y'all for sex too. I got a list of hey beautifuls I text every morning.
I saw you combed your hair today. What's good?
I like your new profile picture.
It's of my dog. I know.
That's what I think about when I see you.
He cute.
Oh man. I be giving guys hope though. I go like 3 years back in their photos. I like a picture, give them some shine because you know how it makes it. It makes it go back up to like the top on Facebook.
Yeah.
I go back like 3 years, like they picture from like 5 years ago. Like I don't even look like that no more, but you did.
Oh my God. Wow.
Good morning, beautiful.
Number 6, understand that character and compatibility count the most. Number 7, know that your future mate will come to you, but in a highly unexpected package. So don't rule out someone who is a little taller, shorter, skinnier, heavier, a different color, older, or younger than you think is your type. You should be attracted to the person as that is so important for the long term, but be open for the idea of the package. Number 8, get online and do it the right way. Number 9, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Number 10, go to groups and events where you meet like-minded people. Number 10, text, but be in control. Texting is okay as a heads-up method of communication, like I'm running 5 minutes late. But it shouldn't take place of all communication, and texting too much can lead to premature intimacy. If you feel that someone texts you too much, suggest that you chat by phone instead. There's no better way to get to know someone than talking and spending time with each other. Number 12, practice sex exclusivity. In a new relationship, you should be exclusive and feel good and secure in your relationship. Sex can be great, but had too early can cause the demise of a relationship as we are caught in a fog of oxytocin, estrogen, testosterone, and dopamine. Sure, there are a few couples that had sex early on and turned out into a happy marriage, but those are pretty few and far in between. Waiting until you are exclusive is a great way to stay the happy course. Number 13, understand what a good dating trajectory looks like. Fast and Furious usually flames out. Beware going out 5 times in a week with someone you just met. 1 date per week within a few weeks turns into 2 dates per week, and then 3 dates per week. Within 2 months, you had the discussion and have defined an exclusive relationship. 14, know that you cannot fix anyone. You do not want to date a fixer-upper. The only person you can change is yourself. The only way another person will change is if he or she wants to change themselves. And number 15, be patient. Dating is a process. As much as you'd like it to be super efficient and speedy, it's usually not, nor should it be. There will be ups and downs, weeks where you have many dates and weeks where you have none. Keep going no matter what. Patience, perseverance, and positivity are crucial. There you go. There's that. So is there anything else you want to add before we close out?
Plug. I do
Of course,
it for
yeah,
the
plug.
plushy ones.
Go ahead.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at I do it for the plushy ones. It's spelled just like it sounds. No, as classy ratchet as I am, it's spelled exactly how it sounds.
Right.
But on Facebook, I'm Jenica JPoetry, Jenica, just the letter J, and then poetry.
Mm-hmm.
The Jenica JPoetry Experience. And you can look for me in December for Miss Full Figure New York. So I still have calendars.
I was just about to say that.
The month of July is coming up next month. And
how do people get a calendar?
you can actually contact me. I am very, very, what's the word? I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't, if I can, I will. I'll respond to everybody. Random strangers. I have no life. So, I have a life, but I have no life.
Should they go to Jenica JPoetry on Facebook to see if
They should go to the Jenica JPoetry experience.
Okay.
They can definitely message me there. They can, post something on the wall. They can let me know. There's a contact me button, so you can hit me up. Calendars are on sale. The closer we get to July, I'm having a little sale. So the calendars are normally $25. I was selling them for $15, but I guess each month that goes by, I'm taking some off.
Right.
Like we halfway through the year, you want me to pay $25 for a calendar? So
I didn't even do nothing in March.
I'm only gonna look at July. So so I definitely understand. Listen, I'm definitely pushing and motivating myself. I do a lot of pushing for the plus size girls, and if you know anybody who wants to get a photo shoot, I have a house photographer, and I'm looking to showcase all the different beautiful women out there. So different shapes, sizes, colors, whatever, tattoos, no tattoos, it doesn't matter, jewelry. If you're a plushy, thick, extra big bone, husky, whatever they want to call you.
Right.
Definitely hit me up. And like I said, I'm on Instagram. I do it for the plushy one. So for all my classy, ratchet people, stay plushy.
And also, if you want to hear more about Jenica and her wonderful story, please go to episode 21, Being Divorced, A Journey from Broken to Breaking Free. Also episode 52, when we talk about her modeling, Large and in Charge, What's the Skinny on the Rise of the Plus Size. And also she said all the information that you need to get a calendar or hit her up and say anything positive that you want to say. Do you have any I know I put you on the spot.
And I'm dating.
And she's dating. Yes. So if you want, if you
I'm
want
plugging myself right now. If you guys like thick, curvy women,
yes,
please feel free to hit up Jenica JPoetry. That's my personal Facebook page.
There you go. Do you have? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but do you have any poetry that you'd like to say or anything? I mean, if you don't, you don't. Whatever. But
I mean, listen. I'm a cannabis advocator.
Okay.
Of legalizing the marijuana.
Okay.
So I do have a poem that I did write. It's called Ode to Weed.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to read it.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Hold on, you gotta give me a second to turn my phone on.
That's fine.
I was having technical difficulties with my other one.
That's fine. That's fine. While that's coming up, yes. Does anybody else out there have advice for dating after divorcing? Do you feel that you might need more help or anything like that, or you feel like, oh, forget it, it's not for me or anything like that? Please, like, tell us your story. Please hit us up at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. You can hit us up on our website, www.bedlovebeyond.com, to see more articles about this subject. You can call us or text us at 201-862-8-BED. That is 201-862-8233. You can also hit us up on our personal Facebook and talk to our fans or other fans of the show at facebook.com/bedlovebeyond. And also, you can hit us up on all social media platforms, which is Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube at bedlovebeyond.
Or if you're looking to take Jenica out on a date.
Yeah.
Let them know. They'll hit me on the text and be like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm kind of silly.
You good or it's still going?
Here we go. Hold on.
All right.
And you see how it's green now, right?
Go ahead, woman. Good.
All right. Y'all ready? Since my poetry is about my life, there's something you should know. That I'm a cannabis connoisseur and I believe in smoking dro. Just know I plead the fifth in any dirty deed, but I'm sure some of you have dabbled in or smoked a little weed. Now, some of you may judge Indian boy, sweet leaf, and vibe, but if the green monster never spoke to you, then maybe that's why you're hype. Now, excuse me. Frankenstein, Bruce Banner, and even Oscar the Grouch all can take a back seat when Callie is in the house. Silver haze, purple haze, chronic or dank, it don't really matter as long as it stank. Ganja, grass, Indo, or Kush, if you light it on fire, just inhale the bush. Wacky Tobacco, Chiba or Green, whatever you call it, they know what you mean. Mary Jane, Bob Marley, Cheech and Chong, best way they say to smoke is from a bong. Tetrahydrocannabinol, more commonly THC. Once that boot is in your system, more clearer you may see. AK-47, bubonic, and Northern Lights all can give the same effect as Widow if it's white. You can puff the magic dragon, but remember to puff, puff, pass. Because if they catch you L holding, it just might be your last. Devil's lettuce, goofy boots, Phillies or art supplies, Yoda's nugs or shrubbery for sure will lower eyes. You may have bought green panties, space cowboys or doobies or some mids, doobie Krang or scallywag, but sour diesel's where it is. I've seen left-handed cigarettes, resin, crippy, smoke, skunk, and hash, sticky, icky, dope, and drag pole. You won't get none without any cash. Hungry hippie or Panama Red, just because you don't smoke won't change what's in my head. If you think cannabis, sativa, or laughing grass ain't right, talk to someone who's going through pain so they use to help them fight. Ask how it collects your thoughts when your brain just won't slow down. Ask me how it cures the lonely nights when even friends are not around. It can help you relax if that's all you do and help with what you need. But remember the facts and pray your pockets are loaded because munchies you will have to feed. Now this is my dime bag special for you to help you if you do blow. Just know it's what exactly helped me to verbalize this flow.
Okay.
I had a little technical difficulties there in the phone, and I'm glad I memorized a few of that.
No, you good. Is there a place where people can see more of your poetry or no?
Currently, right now, it is on the Jenica JPoetry experience, which showcases my modeling.
Okay.
I did take a break from poetry for a little while, which I was just writing to kind of focus on my modeling,
Right.
and now I'm kind of transitioning back.
Okay.
Where I'm focusing on poetry, going into pageantry, and still kind of doing modeling. So I'm kind of bringing all three together and trying to pull a clothing line in. So.
Hey.
Working on a business proposal.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. I'm very, very proud of you. Like, no, I told you, like, just like you said before earlier in the podcast, you know, I've known you for forever.
Yeah.
So like, this is really cool. And here's the thing. I mean, granted, yes, you did get, you know, married and like divorced and stuff, but like, you have to understand, like, yeah, I've known you since like high school, but like, look at how long it's taken for you to reach your potential.
Exactly.
You know, so
I see why I play devil's advocate.
You know, but that's great. That's like, yeah.
But just like I said, I play devil's advocate because at the same time, had someone waited for me to get to my potential, they could have been on that board. However, I'm glad they didn't. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm better off.
Yeah.
So it's like in both ways, I wish they did because I was happy, but
Yeah.
that was a selfish reason. And maybe they needed to not see my potential in order for me to get to my potential.
Right.
In order for me to work harder. You understand what I mean?
No, I absolutely understand.
So
what you mean.
things like that where it's like, you know what? They didn't see it, but you know what? It wasn't meant for them to.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
No, I feel you.
I'm definitely a lot happier.
No, you definitely
A lot
are.
savager, but you know.
Yeah, no. I see the freedom within you. Like, you're super happy, and yeah, you're doing what feels right as opposed to doing it because you have to. You don't have to do modeling.
No.
You don't have to do poetry, whatever. But it fuels you.
Sometimes I feel like I have to.
Well, yeah. I mean, to express yourself.
The reason I say that is because I think, and this is just to kind of, and you're gonna hate me for this,
Yeah.
the Ashley Grahams of the world. We don't all have flat stomachs and
Right.
non-jiggling thighs.
Right.
So I want to showcase those girls.
Oh yeah.
And there's no girls out there like me doing that.
Not like that.
You
I
know-
mean, you might. I mean, I could
What
probably
I-
name one or two, but yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean is really taking it to the next level, and
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not very many African Americans.
Definitely not that.
So it's like, you know, it's like, yeah. And just to kind of really, I know we're, you know, I tend to talk a lot, but just something really quick that happened when I was just in VA as to why I do what I do.
Lay it on us.
Because I went in and to buy a bra. First of all, bras for us plus size girls are upwards of $60. That's starting. You know,
right.
Now you can find one that's like 30, 40.
Yeah.
They're not great.
Yeah.
To get a really good bra, you're going to spend like $60.
Right.
And things like that. I'm walking in the store and I really needed one. My bra broke while I'm mid walking. It snapped. Like, oh, I spoke Creole. I was with you. And I put my jacket on. Me and my friend, we drove to Lane Bryant and we're trying on bras.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at these things now. I'm That's ugly. You see that.
Okay, well,
it's a sports bra.
The
but,
people can't see, but
the people can't see, but it's ugly.
Yeah.
You know,
She gave me a peep show, y'all.
But I'm saying, like, you know, I can't see me laying down, getting like, yeah, you know, hey, what is that? What are those? You know, like, I don't need some guy pointing out my bra. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I said to my friend, I said, look, the nice, sexy bra right there. So turquoise, felt all nice. I was like, ooh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't in my size. They don't got that in the store. I was like, ma'am, excuse me, how can you have this in you know, during what size I wear?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she's like, no, you got to order it online. So I was like, oh, it's okay. This one right here, this real pretty one with the sparkles, it's pink in the back. It got the little black on the front. You got this one in my size? No. You got to order it online. Why I got to order everything online? Is there something wrong with me?
Right.
You know,
they should have your size in the store, right?
You know, and it's like, you know, people
but
say,
but thank goodness they actually your size exists. I mean, no offense,
right?
But,
you know, like I got some big tatas, you know, and we ain't all the size AAA boobs out there. We don't got mosquito bites, all of us. So, you know, just because one girl can go in Marshalls and buy 37 bras for 42 cents, I can.
Right.
She got every letter of the alphabet up until triple D in her size.
Yeah.
You go past the triple D, you're an iffy in the store. If they got your size.
Right.
So, and even Victoria's Secrets is plus size. Go up to only a certain amount. But that's why I do what I do. And that's why I say I feel like I have to, because I don't know, I guess kind of giving a little bit of a secret away. But what I'm working on is kind of an idea of advocating for like girls and having like a storefront for girls that are the double digits and up.
Okay.
You know, there's not very many stores you can go in and say, hey, you know, I need a 22. Oh, hold on, let me go in the back. Oh, I need a 36. Oh, hold on, let me go in the back. You know, or it's right there on the shelf. Or it's right. Oh, I need a double wide shoe. I need a double, you know.
Yeah.
You got to order it online. I got to pay shipping and handling, wait for it to get there. What if I needed it tonight? What if I needed, why can't I be the girl to run into the mall, grab me something real quick and go home and go out? You know, I got to wait for it to come in the mail in a brown box. UPS got to deliver it.
Why should he know what I ordered?
Why he got to know I ordered something from the sexy store?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it kind of takes away from the I can't try things on in the store because they don't have it in my size.
Right.
I have the inconvenience. I have to pay extra money for shipping and handling because that's to come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, then why aren't those stores that's taking out shipping and handling and making that money from the bigger size girls because that's who's buying it, and open up a store?
Yeah.
And put more sizes in there.
Yeah.
Oh, because y'all don't buy it. Because it ain't there. Well, when we have it in the store, no one buys it because it's not there.
Yeah.
And if
you probably don't advertise it.
Exactly. So if you have my one size in there and there's 4 of me that come in the store and you only got one shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy that one shirt and 3 other girls come in the store and you don't got their size now.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so we stopped shopping there.
Yeah.
Everybody told me, you know, go into this store, go in the store. I go in the store. I'm like, well, nothing in here fits me but leggings. Why I gotta only wear leggings? Maybe I want a nice pair of jeans with the studs on the butt cheeks. You know, I want to shine bright like a diamond. It's gonna look like a globe on my ass, but anyway, I'm just saying, you know, I love what I do, and you know, I like to see girls and, you know, try to push them into it. You can be sexy, you can be classy, you know. I'm doing it for y'all. That's why I do it for the plushy ones. And not just the plushy ones, but like the people that support us and that know the struggle. My friend Mo like I said, she was with me and saw what I went through. Like, I got to wear somebody's tablecloth to have a nice, good bra. No.
Right.
I don't want no cow print bra. That's no. Y'all trying to be funny? Don't think I'm very aware of things, and I see stuff like that. The only size in my size is the cow print one. Why I got the big butterfly on my ass in my size?
Right.
I don't want that.
Right. I got you. All right. Well, that is the end of the show. I would love thank you. Say thank you to Jenica for telling us, you know, your experiences, your stories, just you know, your
my life.
Yeah, your life.
Crazy.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, we love it, man. The people love your episodes. I think I think episode 21 actually was probably our top maybe
Ooh.
12 or 13th.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I'll take it.
Yeah, and I'm
on the top of anything. I'll take it.
Whoa, hey. We're 68 episodes deep, and you hit like 12 or 13.
I couldn't hit 69. What you trying to say? Big girls can't 69.
I did not say that.
I know you did. I know your life.
Oh boy. And that is the end of our show. Thank you, Jenica.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.